I had the privilege to meet D.Y. Patil Dada about 3 years back when Sanjay ji invited me to his house. And we had a 45-minute conversation. At the end of the conversation, I asked D.Y. Patil Dadaji that I want to learn from you one aspect of life that has kept you ignited all your life. And you look so much contented, satisfied, and glowing at this age in your life. And you have given so much to the society. If you can tell me one word that is the essence of your life, it would be a privilege, it will be an honor for me. At that time, D.Y. Patil Dadaji told me one word. I, on quite many occasions, have remembered this particular association with him. And the word was, because I told him that you give me the essence of your life in one word. And without the slightest hesitation, without a second's delay, D.Y. Patil Dadaji told me, positivity. Then he elaborated on that. Today, that fond memories are with me. And I very humbly and with all honor remember him. And the entire D.Y. Patil family. Just because of the reason that I've talked on this particular word, positivity, on many occasions to students and faculties, and that has created an atmosphere within the hearts and minds of students and faculties. So today I thank D.Y. Patil Dadaji as well for giving me his essence of life, which I have shared with many people. I have visited the D.Y. Patil group. I felt privileged and more humbled when Sanjay ji personally drove me to all the entities of D.Y. Patil group, to the hospital, to the hospitality, that is the 5-star hotel. And I was very impressed when Sanjay ji told me that during the Corona times, the way they served the people of Kolhapur and the surrounding areas. And today when we were sitting together, and when the Honorable Chancellor, Rakesh ji, was explaining us all the happenings in the education society deemed to be university all throughout the year of 2025, Sanjay ji was telling me that the way they help students, meritorious students, but sometimes could not afford the fees or financially they are not that capable of pursuing their courses. And when I heard that 1,76 lakh rupees have been spent as scholarship for educating the student, you are building the country, Sanjay ji. You are building the future of the country. And everybody should appreciate this. I do definitely at this moment. So again, kudos to the D.Y. Patil family and to the D.Y. Patil Education Society family that they are doing such a wonderful work for the society and for the nation. With such people in the midst of us, with such families in the midst of us, and such institutes in the midst of us, we are confident that India is going to be a developed country by 2047. We will be not just the leaders in various fields. India will become India will become a Viksit Desh and Vishwaguru Desh. We are all helping the society and the country in that way. Now, coming to the atmosphere of the convocation day today, when I see so many young students who are the future leaders of the country, so many faculties who are constantly putting much effort to mold the future leaders of the country, to the students, as I shared the life essence of D.Y. Patil Dadaji, I want to share the life essence of my Guru, Mahant Swamiji Maharaj. Today he is 93, but well active like all of us, and he leads the BAPS Swaminarayan organization like that I come from. And we run 1,800 hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, Hari Mandirs, Mandirs and Akshardham in 60 countries of the world. 1,800 such facilities for the betterment of society. BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha that I come from, we have got a permanent seat in the United Nations as an NGO. How many of you have been to Swaminarayan Akshardham at Delhi? Raise your hands. Or Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Quite many of you have come from that organization. How many of you know the name of the BAPS Swaminarayan Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi? At Robbinsville in New Jersey, I come from that organization. Today when I'm talking to you, the BAPS Swaminarayan Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi is helping stranded Indians to come back to our country day and night by the saints and the volunteers of BAPS because of the war raging in the Middle East. So as I shared the life philosophy of D.Y. Patil Dadaji in one word, positivity, that he told me, our Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj, when a student of your age, he was appearing for NEET exams, bit confused. He had scored well in his board exams in Maharashtra, but he was like feeling a bit low, a bit of a complex. And one of our saints took him to Mahant Swamiji Maharaj and said, he's an extraordinary student, but he's feeling a bit low because of the pressures of this NEET and coming on the national stage. At that time, our Guru Mahant Swamiji Maharaj, I was talking of this incident maybe about like 4 years back when he was 89. He caught hold of that student and Mahant Swamiji Maharaj told him, repeat with me what I say. And then Mahant Swamiji Maharaj told the student, I can. He made the student repeat those words, I can. I want all of you to repeat these words with me. I can. I can. I can. So, two philosophies with you, all the students, the future leaders of the country. One, D.Y. Patil Dadaji philosophy of positivity in life, which is an extraordinary practical philosophy of life. And second, from a spiritual Guru Mahant Swamiji Maharaj, I can. That is belief in yourself, belief in the system, belief in the country, belief in the leaders, and belief that my country is on the path of greatness. These two philosophies you need to take with you in your heart and your minds. Because India is the youngest country in the world. We have 540 million youth. That is 54 crore youth in the age group of 15 to 35. When Bill Clinton, as the President of the United States, visited India in the year 2000, he visited the high-tech city in Hyderabad. There was an ID conference. Young professionals were right in front of him. At that time, he could not restrict himself, could not stop himself from telling the crowd that India is 540 million youth. If this youth works 6 to 8 hours a day, honestly and ethically, nobody can stop India from becoming a developed country and a superpower. We are that generation. Belief in yourself through these two philosophies of positivity and I can will change your life for the better, will energize the society for better, will make our country great. If I tell you one simple statistic, you will be amazed. You will be surprised. Listen carefully the sentence that I speak now. Our country, India, produces more engineers than the total graduates of United States of America. Total graduates of the United States of America of all faculties brought together. And that number is surpassed by the total number of engineering graduates in our country. We have that intellectual power. And in the AI summit that happened, AI Impact Summit in Delhi from February 16 to February 20th, who's who of the tech world, when they descended down upon the summit, everybody had the same words in their mouth, that India is the future of the tech of the world. And I see today here at the D.Y. Patil University. लेकिन आपको कुछ और नजराना भी दिखाना है, the other side of life, the practicals of life, the realities of life, and the red lights of life as well. When I'm talking on the topic, life is beautiful. With the best of intelligence and talents that you have, and such a wonderful academic institute that you have, and wonderful administrators that you have, if you don't, remember these words, if you don't take care of yourself, all of this will not help. I know a young boy who was a gold medalist as an electronics engineer from a very reputed college in Ahmedabad. So he was a Gujarati University student. Thereafter he got admission in IIT, fully on merits. First semester he was a gold medalist. I don't want to name him. In the second year, he got into some kind of company that he got into addictions. Simple smoking, some social drinking on weekends, and thereafter into some heavy and hard addictions. He got the first ATKT of his life in the second semester. In third semester he failed, and sadly he could not complete his master's degree. When he was studying at IIT, he was so intelligent that he created low-flying objects that cannot be detected by radar systems for the defense. When he presented his papers in a national conference in Bengaluru, when he presented his papers at the international conference in Singapore, NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Association, invited him to America, that we will fund all your research, we will give you the citizenship of the country. This young boy denied that I want to work for my country. So he had that patriotism, he had that intelligence, he had that skill, he had that talent, everything. But he could not control himself in his youth. जो आपकी उम्र है, the age that you are in. He got addicted to some hard addictions. He could not complete his education. And because of this, he was as an intern with ISRO. He was rejected. He was also working for NASA. He was rejected. And sadly, this happened in the early 90s. He could not complete his master's degree. And at that time, he had to seek for a very ordinary, non-technical job at a factory in Vatwa industrial area in Ahmedabad with a mere salary of just 6,000 rupees during those times. He ruined his career. He ruined a life that was designed to give the country a big boost in the tech world. So I want to tell you that God has gifted you intelligence, talent, skills, and such a wonderful academic institute and wonderful administrators. But do take care of yourself. There are many slippery paths today, many slippery paths in future, but you need to take care of yourself. Only then you will excel and you will score and you will be a leader in your sphere. For that, let me talk practical. Take care and be conscious of your screen time. Very few people will talk to you on this particular aspect of life. See, internet is inevitable in life. Electronic gadgets are inevitable in life. You can use your mobile phones, you can use your iPads, you can use your laptops, even we use it for our work. So no restriction in it. But take care what you open, what you see is much important. On an average, more than 4 hours are spent by an Indian in front of the screen. How much percentage of that for purposeful viewing and how much percentage of that for non-purposeful viewing, we don't know. But very difficult to differentiate between purposeful viewing and non-purposeful viewing. So mind yourself because it will take away your sharpness. अब ध्यान से सुनना, listen carefully. Overexposure to screen, to unwanted sites, it won't take away your degree, it won't take away your knowledge, but what it will take away? Your sharpness, your common sense, your street smartness, your ability to present your ideas, your natural presentation skills. Everything this overexposure to screens can take away. And it has happened with not hundreds, not thousands, but hundreds of thousands of students all over the world. Make Santhu, I am a saint. I will say words of inspiration, words of encouragement. At the same time, words to limit your life, restrict your life in certain spheres that can damage you badly. So संत हूं तो दोनों बात करूंगा, प्रेरणा की भी करूंगा और मर्यादा की भी करूंगा. दोनों जरूरी हैं. Do you believe in this? Raise your hands if you believe in this. That you need both types of talks. Inspirational talks and controlled talks. So as a student, you must take care of yourself. I read a biography during Corona times. I suggest all you faculties and students to read that biography of Steve Jobs, the tech identity of this world. The title of this that biography is Steve Jobs itself, because that name is a brand name. He gave the iPhone, the iPad, the iCloud. His childhood friend, Walter Isaacson, has written this biography in which he writes an incident of Steve Jobs. Now listen very carefully. Once Steve Jobs invited his childhood friend, Nick Bilton, who was a sub-editor with New York Times, at his home for family dinner. So Steve Jobs' family and Nick Bilton's family were sitting on the dining table together for dinner. At that time, Nick Bilton casually asked, because those were the days that the first iPad was just hitting the shelves. So Nick Bilton casually asked, Steve, I think your children must be using the iPad effectively, isn't it? You might have taught them well. At that time, Steve Jobs said, you better ask my children. At that time, 14-year-old daughter of Steve Jobs and 11 to 12-year-old son of Steve Jobs, both of them were on the dining table when Nick Bilton asked them, children, which the iPad you must be using effectively, isn't it? They didn't answer. Looking down, they just were eating. At that time, Steve Jobs and his wife told Nick Bilton that our children have not touched the iPad because they are just 14 and just 11. Nick Bilton says the spoon almost got off my hand, almost dropped it. And I said, Steve, you have given iPad to the whole world and your children are not using it? At that time, Steve Jobs told Nick Bilton, which is well documented in this biography called Steve Jobs by the author Walter Isaacson. Now all the parents and the faculty sitting here, this is a message for you. Steve Jobs said, me and my wife have taken special sessions of my both children and told them that if you want the iPad, here are both the iPads for you both. But you are still fully not mature. You are just 14 and 11. If you put net in this, I know what power this contains. It brings the whole world to you. You are yet to develop that sense of discipline, that sense of discrimination of what to see and what not to see. This has the power to ruin your life. Steve Jobs and his wife, as responsible parents, as responsible citizens of the society, they made their children understand. And their children understood, refused to accept the iPad, that to have the iPad. Years later, when they turned 18, they had it. When their school work, college work demanded it, they were definitely given. You are all college students, you need it, you must definitely use it. My point in telling is, restrict yourself, control yourself with the gadgets. You will not be just losing your time, you will be using your concentration, your focus, your ability to grasp, your common sense, your street smartness, your ability to express ideas, your ability to present yourself to people. Everything you will lose because of overexposure to screen. You use these gadgets fully for all your work, all to maintain the relationships. Nothing against it. These gadgets are made to serve us. The reverse has happened. We have become the slaves of these gadgets. So my point number one to all the students today is that you have wonderfully graduated from this great university. And in the midst of that, as Sanjay ji told, that we want all, that is the entire D.Y. Patil Education Society deemed to be University Kolhapur faculty and family, that we want to make this institute among the top 500 universities of the world. My wishes and prayers for that. But when you are graduating from such a fine university, under wonderful academic guidance, you must decide that along with wonderful academic qualification, I will take full control of my life. Do you believe that I'm talking something sensible? Raise your hands if you say yes. Then repeat with me as I put forward the words. Along with the education, the academic qualification that I have received from D.Y. Patil Education Society, deemed to be University Kolhapur, I will also take control of my life. Thank you for that. Don't allow gadgets. At the same time, don't allow situations and happenings in your life to take control of you. You should be the master of what happens in your life. You should be the master of the happenings in your life. Anything that happens, you have to decide that I have to live according to positivity. And then no situation will be able to tumble you down, as D.Y. Patil Dadaji's philosophy. And as Mahant Swami Maharaj's philosophy, always tell to any situation and happening, I can come out of it. I can win over the situation. So today's 14th Convocation Day is two philosophies of two such great personalities. Philosophy of positivity in life, philosophy of I can in life. Both of them are quite near, almost similar, but wonderful, two different words from two different personalities. Second aspect, today you are a student. Now you have graduated, got your degrees. tomorrow morning you will walk out into the commercial and corporate world seeking jobs. You will get employed, or maybe many of you will get self-employed, and you will step into a very big world. My best wishes for your professional careers after your academic career that you have completed. It is not that easy to excel in the corporate or the professional world. With your intelligence, you will excel in the academic world. ध्यान से सुनना मैं जो बात कर रहा हूं. With your intelligence, you will excel in the academics world because it is just your doing. When you step into the corporate world, in the professional world, you will have to be with people. You will have to be with systems. You will be a part of team. At that time, not just your intelligence and academics will work. You will have to develop many talents, many skills. And the most important skill of the hundreds of skills that are upon this earth today, and the hundreds of skills that are being taught by the universities today, the foremost, the topmost skill is, listen carefully, of all the hundreds of skills that are taught by universities, that are learned from academic institutions, the most needed, the topmost skill, and the most powerful skill is people winning skills. People winning skills. You need to develop your personality and character in a way that people should like you. People should love you. People should be eager to work with you. People should be enthusiastic to engage with you. People should be coming forward to form a team with you and create big projects. Money making is easier as compared to people winning. Remember this. Money making is easier than people winning. You take care of your people, and the people will take care of your work. This is the most important professional skill that you will need tomorrow morning. Today evening, you are a student, you have completed your academics, you have got a wonderful degree, but tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., your thoughts for job will start. Of course, it has started right now, but it will start more fiercely in your mind tomorrow morning. The biggest skill is this: be a people's person. Tech is run by people. People are not run by tech. Remember this. So spend more time with people than with your laptops. Spend more time with people than your screens. That will make you more successful. That is very important. I want to share a wonderful Convocation Day inspiration and sort of blessing from none other than Ratan Tata ji himself. Once Ratan Tata ji was invited as a chief guest to a Convocation Day of a B school. At that time, he told the young graduates, Ratan Tata ji, out of all his experiences, said that I've spent more than 60 years in the corporate world. I'm sharing my experience of 60 years of corporate world. And Ratan Tata ji said, I'm quoting him word to word and letter to letter. So listen carefully. Ratan Tata ji said, don't count your luxuries on the amount of money that you have in your bank account. Don't count your luxuries on the number of people that you have in your social networks. Don't count your luxuries on the number of foreign trips that you make every year. Don't count on the number of luxurious objects that you have in your office and at home. Then what to count your luxuries on? Ratan Tata ji, after 60 years of corporate experience, he said, count your luxuries on the number of lives that you have enriched as a human being in your journey upon this earth. I'm repeating those words of Ratan Tata on a Convocation Day because he delivered that on a Convocation Day. Count your luxuries on the number of lives that you have enriched in your journey as a human being upon this earth. That is your luxury. So much of scholarship to meritorious students is enriching people's lives. That is the real luxury of D.Y. Patil family. So many of patients selflessly served. That is the real luxury of D.Y. Patil family. So much of social work is the real luxury of D.Y. Patil family. Institutions are the mediums of it. This is the advice for you young students when you step into the corporate world. So our Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who created this BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha to this level, Pramukh Swami Maharaj single-handedly created 1,300 hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, sanskar kendras, madhis and akshardham. That means 1,300 lands developed into 1,300 institutions. We are about 1,200 saints in the organization, more than 1,000 saints in the organization. We are graduates, postgraduates, chartered accountants, doctors and engineers. We have saints who have qualified from Ivy Leagues, Stanford, Harvard, Carnegie Mellon, Yale, Keelong, and such institutes. We have saints who have worked with NASA, who have worked with Microsoft, who have worked with Google. One of our saints who recently took Diksha, his name is Keshav Sankalp Swami. He had 2 patents to his name in Boeing. He left aside and became a saint in this organization to enrich the life of people that I'm talking about. So we know why we are here, we know what we are supposed to do, and we are doing exactly that. To enrich the lives of people for the betterment of their own selves, for the betterment of society, for the betterment of the country, and for the betterment of humanity at large. So Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who gave so much to the world, and all these 1,300 institutes from his age of 51 to 95. So Sanjay ji, you have still many, at least a couple of decades to still go on, taking inspiration from Pramukh Swami Maharaj. His life motto, which will help you in your professional world, family world, and its personal world. Pramukh Swami Maharaj used to say, when it came to education, उनकी ट्रेडिशनल भाषा में वे कहते थे in Gujarati, लक्षण वगरनु शिक्षण भक्षण करे, लक्षण वाळु शिक्षण रक्षण करे. That means value-based education will protect you and construct the society. Valueless education will destruct the society and ruin your life. These are Pramukh Swami Maharaj's words. And when it came to professional lives, he used to say, again his motto of life. I'm quoting him word to word and letter to letter. Pramukh Swami Maharaj lived his motto, in the good of others lies our own. In the progress of others rests our own. As D.Y. Patil Dadaji said about positivity, as Mahant Swami Maharaj said about I can, this is again a wonderful motto, a wonderful sense of life that I want all of you to repeat with myself as the third big personality guiding us, that is Pramukh Swami Maharaj, in whose centenary celebrations Sanjay ji was our guest of honor on the dais, and we saw that video in the presence of Mahant Swami Maharaj. So repeat with me. Pramukh Swami Maharaj says, in the good of others lies our own. In the progress of others rests our own. And so the United Nations have come out with the program. The program is called LTLT. That is, Live to Learn Together. The biggest need of the 21st century and today's times is everybody learns to live together. So it's an educational program. It's an academic program by the United Nations. I request the faculties to go more into this, research about this, and how can it be more applicable in the university. Again, the title of the program is LTLT by United Nations. Learn to live together. And it is to attain sustainable goals by 2030. sustainable goals by 2030 for humanity and for progress. This is the advice of such personalities. This is the advice and atmosphere by such world-class institutes. The third point I want to put forward is your family life today and for tomorrow. Now listen carefully. You are first a human being and then a professional. How many of you believe in this philosophy? Raise your hands. Thank you very much. We are first a family member and then a professional. According to a Harvard University study, they did survey in more than 110 countries over a period of 8 years across caste, creed, color, religion, nationality. And one of the questions in the survey, Sanjay ji, बहुत interesting survey hai ye. One of the points in the survey was, what according to you is the greatest joy upon this earth? 100,000 families surveyed in 110 countries over a period of 8 years. 67% plus respondents, they said. Now listen carefully again, I'm quoting that research, that survey, letter to letter. They write, 67% plus respondents, they said, spending quality and quantity time with your near and dear ones, whom you love and respect, who loves and respects you, is the greatest joy upon this earth, and that is your family. So get to work on time, work effectively during your working hours, and get back to your family on time. I want to repeat. Get to work on time, work effectively during your working hours, and get back to your family on time. Balance between your family and work. Because according to this Harvard study, it is the greatest joy upon this earth. For that, our Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj has floated a wonderful project which lakhs of families associated with BAPS and other lakhs of families all the world do this regularly at their homes. Pramukh Swami Maharaj used to call it Ghar Sabha. That means twice in a week. I want all of you, especially the faculties, to start the experiment with. Twice in a week, just for 20 minutes, all the family members after your dinner time come together for an absolute spiritual session. This was called Ghar Sabha. This is the nectar from the heart of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. A spiritual session, for 20 minutes. First 5 minutes, chant the holy name of God. Another 5 minutes, read any Ramayana, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the great spiritual texts of our culture. You are born in the land of, you are in the land of Kolhapur, the land of Mahalakshmi. Then 5 minutes, share the day's experience with your family members. And last 5 minutes, you perform the Aarti. Pramukh Swami Maharaj used to call it Ghar Sabha, and he used to say by all his experience, because Pramukh Swami Maharaj from his age of 51 to 95, he traveled to 60 countries and 18,000 towns and villages and cities. He personally visited 3.5 lakh homes, factories, shops to sanctify it. And he personally wrote more than 750,000, that is 7.5 lakh letters at an unbelievable average of reading and answering more than 50 letters a day without a Sunday for 45 years from 51 to 95 of his age. So Pramukh Swami Maharaj knew what is personal life, what is family life, what is social life, what is professional life, what is public life. And he has advised that for all peace in life, for harmony in family, for integrity in the society, and for love in humanity, you need to do Ghar Sabha regularly. I suggest that you try and experiment for 6 months and you will feel, experience and enjoy the fruits of it. This is a non-religious program. Ghar Sabha is a non-religious program. I'm not trying to put something on your head, a religious ceremony or religious rites and rituals. Ghar Sabha is a spiritual program that will help you and benefit you. You would be surprised to know that more than 50,000 research papers have been produced by men of science on some aspects of religiosity and spirituality. How meditation helps, how chanting the holy name helps, how reading the scripture helps, how going to a mandir helps, how associating with the saints helps. Everything helps you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Research papers by men of science, not just by men of religion. So this Ghar Sabha helps. I want to quote just one of those 50,000 researches and surveys. You can go on the University of Duke website. Tonight before you go to sleep, University of Duke in the United States, they go on their website. They conducted a survey on 10,000 people. 5,000 people of group A were such that they were strong believers in God and doing some religious rites and rituals every day. Another 5,000 is group B, were such that they were atheists, non-believer in God, and they were not performing any rites and rituals. Fine, we don't have issue with anybody. Everybody has the right to live their life and according to with their ideologies. This is a democratic free world. I'm talking of the survey that happened. The survey was what advantage a believer has over a non-believer. भगवान में मानने वाले व्यक्ति को नहीं मानने वाले से क्या अधिक लाभ था जीवन में. After 10 years of survey on this 10,000 people in these two groups of 5,000 each, University of Duke, they write on their website, आप शाम को पढ़ सकते हो ये. University of Duke, they wrote, now listen carefully. Believers had 3 advantages over non-believers. First, those who were believers, listen carefully, those who were believers, they had better levels of tolerance and acceptance than non-believers. Isn't this a big advantage in life? Yes or no? When you have better levels of tolerance and acceptance, which is what is needed in this society today. Raise your hands if you say yes. Better levels of tolerance and acceptance. University of Duke writes, the first advantage a believer has over a non-believer. The second advantage the believer had over a non-believer, they write that those who were believers in God and performed some rites and rituals daily, they had better self-control on their thoughts, emotions, and life, that is behaviors, than non-believers. Isn't that a big advantage? That you have better control on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. उसी में तो प्रश्न होते हैं. And the third and the last thing, University of Duke, they write, those who were believers were found to pursue and had better perseverance levels, energy, optimism to pursue their short-term and long-term goals than non-believers. Isn't this a big advantage? So believers in God and performing some rites and rituals had 3 big advantages than non-believers. First, better levels of tolerance and acceptance. Second, better self-control. And third, more effective in pursuing their short-term and long-term goals. ये 3 advantage मिल जाए तो भी आप successful हो. As a student, as a young professional, as a family man, as a person living a public life, you are more successful when you have these qualities. वो जो बात संजय जी ने की, राकेश जी ने भी, वाइस चांसलर जी ने की, 2 शब्द उन्होंने प्रयोग किए थे. इन्होंने प्रयोग किए थे वैल्यू सिस्टम के, इन्होंने प्रयोग किए थे वैल्यू सिस्टम और इंटीग्रिटी के. Such a good institute like D.Y. Patil Education Society, deemed to be University Kolhapur, along with academics, they have taught you wonderful value system. And today when I was talking with the Vice Chancellor, I talked to them that we are running a course called IPDC, Integrated Personality Development Course for students. It's a 6-month, 1-year course. It's both in the hybrid model, online and offline. And today, that course of BAPS, the IPDC course for students, is being followed by 40 lakh students of India. So Sanjay ji, I'll get them connected to our system and you can introduce in your university for the benefit of the students. इसमें कोई religious बात नहीं है. इसमें सिर्फ value system strengthen करने की बातें हैं. Because your academics, your talent and your intelligence can open any gate for you. only your value system will keep that gate open. Yaad rakhna. Your 40 years of corporate image building can go in drain in a simple, small value system mistake. जिन्होंने क्रिकेट के बॉल के साथ चेड़े किए सभी को क्रिकेट छोड़ना पड़ा, हाँ या ना? याद आ गए सब नाम? जिन्होंने भी क्रिकेट के बॉल के साथ चेड़े किए, मतलब इंटीग्रिटी और वैल्यू सिस्टम के साथ चेड़े किए, सभी को क्रिकेट छोड़ना पड़ा. जिन्होंने बैंक के साथ खिलवाड़ किया, सभी को देश छोड़ना पड़ा, हाँ या ना? 2-3 लंदन में है, 2-3 कैरेबियन आइलैंड में, सब वापस आएंगे. तिहार इज वेटिंग विद ब्रॉड आर्म्स टू हग देम. कहने की बात क्या है? आप कुछ भी हो, कोई भी हो, कोई भी पदवी पे बैठे हो, कितनी भी आपकी प्रतिष्ठा है, नीति नियम सिद्धांत के साथ, मतलब डिसिप्लिन्स नॉर्म के साथ खिलवाड़ करने का आपका अधिकार नहीं है. डू यू बिलीव इन दिस? रिमेन वेडेड. संजय जी जोकिंगली, टेकिंग इन अ लाइटर टोन, मैं कभी कभार प्रोफेशनल्स को कहता हूं कि यू मस्ट मैरी ट्वाइस. आपको 2 बार शादी करनी चाहिए. You must marry twice in your life. Once you have married with your spouse, second marriage should be with ethics. You must marry ethics in your life. That is the essence of our culture. That is the essence of spirituality. That is the essence of religiosity. और आखिरी बात, मुझे कहा गया था कि अब 45 से 50 मिनट बोलना. I am exactly 45 minutes completing. I have last 5 minutes to talk. एक आखिरी अच्छी बात भी आपको करनी है. Give back to the society. Whatever we are today is given to us by society. Yes or no? एक अच्छी बात मैं आपको बताऊं, ध्यान से सुनना. Looks मतलब हैंडसमनेस या ब्यूटी, looks and intelligence and talent are God given. Be thankful. Second line, money, power and fame are society given. Be grateful. And third thing, equally important, arrogance and ego is self given. Be careful. I am repeating. Talent, intelligence, looks are God given. Be thankful to Him. Money, power and fame are society given. Be grateful. But ego and arrogance are self given, so be careful. So give back to the society. We owe to the society. When I talk to professionals, I tell them the amount of money that you have in your bank account when you die is the extra work you did, you shouldn't have done. And if at all you did, you should have spent that money for the betterment of society. Because before you leave, you have only 2 choices with your money. Either give it or either leave it. Choice is yours. The better choice is give it. And you know the greatest joy upon this earth? This is my personal thinking. Since more than 32 years, I have been in the midst of people. I have traveled far and wide. I have met n number of people. I have talked in more than 15,000 such events, interacted with people from a common man to leaders. I want to put forward a philosophy that I've given a thought many a times, that the greatest joy of your life is, now listen carefully, the greatest joy of your life is in seeing a smile on somebody's face and you being the reason for it. In seeing a smile on somebody's face and thus a smile in somebody's life and you being the reason for that smile. That is the greatest joy upon this earth. Yes or no? वो जॉय पाने का प्रयत्न करना. Try to get and enjoy that joy. That is the greatest joy. Because money can buy you big houses. It does not have the capacity to convert that house into a home. House is converted into home by a value system. Money can buy you good beds. It does not have the capacity to give you a good sleep. Michael Jackson bed was in 1990s 94,000 USD. But even after taking 5 sleeping pills, he used to get sleep for just 2 hours. So money can buy you good beds. It does not have the capacity to give you good sleep. For a good sleep, you have to have a clear conscience. And that is again a value system and giving back to the society. Money can buy you good food, not hunger, appetite and digestion. Money can buy you a good medical plan, not good health. Otherwise, why would the icon of the Birla family, Aditya Birla, would pass away because of cancer at the age of 51? मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट की कोई कमी नहीं थी. मुंबई में, लंदन में, अमेरिका में करवाई थी. लेकिन एट द एज ऑफ 51 आदित्य बिरला पास्ड अवे. Kumar Mangalam's father at the age of 51. That means money can buy you a good health care plan. It does not have the capacity to give you a good health. Money can buy you branded clothes and branded jewelry. It does not have the capacity to give you beauty and handsomeness. So if there are 10 things that money can buy you to make you rich, powerful and famous, there are 10 other things that money cannot buy which you need to become happy. It's nice to become rich, famous and powerful. It is more important to become happy. This is your convocation day teaching and preaching. To have power and to have fame is good. And you must work for it. मनुष्य देह है तो प्रतिष्ठा के लिए भी काम करना, पैसे के लिए भी काम करना, बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स में भी काम करना, क्योंकि भगवान ने आपको मनुष्य शरीर दिया है, बुद्धि दी है, कला दी है. At the same time, don't forget to be spiritual, to be religious, to give back to the society and thus enjoy inner happiness. That is the most important aspect in life. एक आखिरी प्रसंग कह के मैं पूरा करता हूं. One leading businessman, a big business group, the Madhwani group in Africa, the scion of the Madhwani group, Manubhai Madhwani, often used to come to Pramukh Swami Maharaj. He was a well-wisher of the BAPS Swami and Sons. Whenever he used to come, he has businesses across Africa, across Europe, across America, and they're much into hospitality. Manubhai Madhwani, whenever he used to come to Pramukh Swami Maharaj, used to say, Swami ji, lot of stress. मतलब stress बहुत रहता है because of such huge businesses. And he used to tell Pramukh Swami Maharaj that you also run so many institutes, and I always see a calm face, always see you stable, fine, cool and calm, and at peace with yourself. Teach me this. How can I be in the midst of all these activities? At that time, Pramukh Swami Maharaj used to tell him, the biggest stress buster. देखो stress तो जीवन में आएगा. Stress is inevitable in life. दो जगह से आते हैं, relationships में से और work में से. It is inevitable. Stress is inevitable. Managing it is also compulsory, mandatory. Stress management के लिए सबसे बड़ी बात प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज ने की. Because now, from tomorrow morning, you are stepping into your family life, social life, professional life, and somebody into public life as well. Stress to aayega. Pramukh Swami Maharaj told Manubhai Madhwani, believe that God is the all-doer. I will try my best, to the best of my knowledge and resources. I'll put my best foot forward to accomplish my projects. But by evening time, I will believe that the final result lies in His hands. Whatever He decides, I will accept it. And that will make you stress-free. Yes or no? Basic stress comes from this. Why is this not happening? Stress kahan se aata hai? I did it. My time, my resources, my hard work, my teamwork, my planning, my execution. And why did this not happen? Stress comes from here, isn't it? You know why it's not happening? Simple. Because God has not signed an MOU with you. God has not signed a memorandum of understanding with you कि जा बच्चा पृथ्वी पे जाएगा, जो कुछ भी करेगा गुड़ी गुड़ी होगा. Life is like a sine wave. So students, आप सभी को ये कहना है, life is like a sine wave. Ups and downs are part of life. आएंगे, जॉब मिलेगी जाएगी, मिलेगी जाएगी, बिजनेस करेंगे सक्सेस होंगे, ब्रेकडाउन आएगा, लोन्स आ जाएगी, सर पे डेट्स आ जाएगी. ये सब कुछ जीवन में संभव है. डिवोर्सेस संभव हैं, यू लूजिंग योर यंग सिबलिंग्स, यंग चिल्ड्रन संभव हैं. ये सब कुछ लोगों के जीवन में बनता है, आपके जीवन में भी संभव है. उस वक्त ये याद रखना कि कॉन्वोकेशन डे में मैंने ये सुना था कि जीवन में जो कुछ भी बने उसको सुधारने के लिए मैं पूर्ण प्रयत्न करूंगा, लेकिन ये समझदारी रखूंगा जैसी भगवान की इच्छा. तो आप स्थिर रह पाएंगे, आप कूल और काम रह पाएंगे. दिस इज द एसेंस ऑफ कॉन्वोकेशन डे. So, concluding in 4 lines, I tried to convey something that was not new to you. ये सभी जो मैंने बातें की आप सभी जानते हो, लेकिन आज फिर से एक बार दोहराने का प्रयत्न किया है. 4 बातें कॉन्वोकेशन डे में हमने बताई. फर्स्ट थिंग, एक्सीलेंस इन एकेडमिक्स. सेकंड थिंग, स्मार्ट एंड एथिकल प्रोफेशनलिज्म. थर्ड थिंग, a wonderful family man, that is a wonderful family person. And fourth, a staunch believer in religiosity, spirituality and God. These 4 personalities embedded in you, these 4 personalities and character embedded in you, you are a complete human being. You are worthy to walk this planet, and you become the real son of destiny and God.